Hello boys, welcome to a new class of online session. Today I am going to take a class on religion of class 8 English version. I hope you have been done good during this vacation and continue your study as well, taking rest and proper vitamins, minerals for your body. And don't forget that you have to stay at home for be safe from coronavirus. Now, before vacation, we have ended chapter 4, which is second term syllabus. Now we are going to start another chapter, that is chapter 5, that is worship of gods and goddesses. So let's start the chapter, boys. Today's our topic is worship of gods and goddesses. At first, we have to know what is gods and goddesses. When a certain nature or power of God is expressed through certain shape or form, that form is called a certain deity or gods or goddesses. Now, what type of gods and goddesses we have? There are three types of gods and goddesses. They are, number one, Vedic gods. Gods who are mentioned in the Vedas are called Vedic gods, just like gods Indra, goddess Usha, etc. Second type, that is Puranic gods. Gods who are mentioned in the Puran are called Puranic gods. And some of the gods and goddesses examples are Goddess Durga, Goddess Kali, gods Ganesh, etc. Last but not least, there are some types of gods called traditional gods. Gods who are not mentioned in Veda or in other scriptures but are traditionally worshipped by people are called traditional gods. Example, Shitla, Shani, Goddess Shitla, Goddess Shuni, gods Shuni, Goddess Manusha, etc. So there are three types of gods and goddesses in Hindu religion. Now let us know what is worship actually. Expressing honor to gods through the offering of flowers, leaves and things is known as worship. So what we express to gods and the process of showing honor to God, that is known as worship. Now in worship we offering flower, leaves and other things. Now what these things are known as? So for knowing that, we have to know what is upachar. To conduct the worship of different gods in proper way and to maintain worship regulations, different necessary ingredients are required. These ingredients are known as upachar. Just like we're in offering flowers, leaves, fruits, and we are using also conch, lamp. That all things are known as upachar for worship. Now let us know about, in this chapter we have three gods and goddesses description and their puja, worship process and pranam mantras. Today we will know about one gods and goddesses worship process, that is traditional goddesses Manusha. Now let us briefly describe about Devi goddess Manusha. Manusha is the goddess of serpent. Serpent means snake. She is the mother of serpent species. She saves us from the fear of snakes. She is also known for the goddess of fertility and influence. Manusha is a traditional goddess. Later, she was considered to be scriptural goddess. That means earlier she was not scriptural goddess. Later on, she was worshipped by the people, so she was called traditional goddess. Later on, she was treated as or considered as a scriptural goddess. She is also known as Vishahari. By the advice of Brahma, sage Vashishta created snake mantras and Manusha emerged from his mind as from his mind by the power of meditation as authority goddess. As she is the authority of snake, that's why she emerged from the mantras of and from the mind of Manusha, sage Vashishta. That is why her existence was from mind of Vashishta. She was called Manusha. She is the wife of sage Jaratkaru, is the mother of sage Astik and sister of snake king Bashuki. Her father is Kashyap Muni and mother is Kadru. Manusha has 4 hands with fair complexion in body. As she has fair complexion in body, that is why she has another name which is Jagat Gauri. Her face is beautiful and pleasant like moon. She wears clothes having red color of morning sun. She has golden ornaments and several snakes hang around her as ornaments. She rides a swan with pleasant face. Besides, there are 8 snakes around her hands, crown and feet, which is as like his ornaments. So this is all about goddess Manusha. Now let us know about how we can worship or process of worship of goddess Manusha. On the Nag Panchami Tithi, that comes the next of the full moon of Bengali month Ashar, Shij cactus is planted on the yard and Manusha worship is done to that. Manusha worship is prescribed to hold on Panchami Tithi. That means the Nag Panchami is coming after the full moon. That is the dark fortnight on the month of Shravan. After the month of Ashar, that comes the month of Shravan. That is why after the full moon of Ashar month, in the Shravan month, in the dark fortnight, Nag Panchami Tithi, and on that Tithi, the worship of Manusha is done. Besides Manusha temple, Manusha worship is performed in family temples in the family context. The main object of this worship is keep safe from the fear of snakes. Manusha worship is as normal worship. That means like other worship we can do Manusha worship. In Manusha worship we have to follow the steps like taking Shankalpa before the worship start, placing the idol of Manusha, Achaman, Chakshudan or invocation of deity. These all works are done in the worship of Manusha. Besides other works as meditation on Manusha, reciting invocation and worship mantras are doing on the worship of Manushas. After that, the deity has to be bathed by uttering the mantras of bathing. Then the worship begins with Astanaga mantra and finish with the offering of flower and pranam mantras of Manusha. And this offering of flower and pranam mantras are usually known by us as Pushpanjali. So this is all about the process of Devi Manusha, procedure of goddess Manusha. Now let us know the pranam mantra of Manusha. Astiksha, Mundir Mata, Bhagini Bashuki Sesta, Jaratkar Muni Patini, Manusha Devi Namastete. Now let us know the meaning of this pranam mantra. I bow in respect to goddess Manusha, who is the mother of sage Astik, sister of Bashuki, the king of Sik, and the wife of sage Jaratkaru. Now, why we should do the worship of Manusha? Let us know the impact of worship Manusha. The worship of Manusha repels the fear from snake. That means if we do the worship of Manusha, there shouldn't be any fear of snake in our mind. There are so many tales about the importance of Manusha in which dreadful consequence of not worshipping and benefits of worshipping Manusha described. That means those who are not worshipping Manusha, they face so much struggles in their life, and those who worship Manusha, how much benefited they were, that was described in that tales. these stories are mentioned during worship of Manusha. So when we are doing the worship, we have to recite the tales, those persons who are benefited and who are having the dreadful consequences who are not worshipping the goddess Manusha. Many palagans are also being composed on those stories. Besides, through the worship of Manusha, the followers of Hinduism come to know the name of many snakes. So, as she is the goddess of snake, so when her worship is going on, so many types of snakes names are comes on her tails. So by that, Hindu religions peoples are knowing about many snakes' name. The learning of this worship is master the art of winning snakes and through that maintaining peace in the society by bringing enemy back to goddess. So that was the impact of Devi goddess Manusha. So we will worship goddess Manusha not only for feel free the fear of snake, but also to respect her and to show honor to her. So that is all for today, boys. Later on in the next class, I will make another lecture on the gods and goddesses of other, which is mentioned in this book, in this chapter. I didn't mention in this lecture the various types of upachar which is mentioned in your book. So if you go through the book of the name of the upachar, then you can easily realize there are so many upachar used during the worship of gods and goddesses. So study at home very properly through online classes and also follow your books, and please mention your roll numbers in the comment section so that we can give you we can take that as a CW or SW, that means SB marks. Okay, boys? So goodbye for today. Later on we will have a class on RMST of this chapter. Bye, boys.